Uh, what have you made of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia's picking of Dr. Napo? Interesting, exciting. Are you afraid? Is it sending shivers down your spine? Are you now confused? Are you now also trying to go back into your rooms and evaluate whether indeed you made a right or wrong choice picking Prof?
Caesar, thank you. And I would like to start by saying that the NPP, I've said it on this platform many times that the NPP is a collapsed party. They are only in existence by two things. One, because they form government now, which they are left with barely 6 months. Two, when you go to the EC office and you look for list of political parties with the EC, you will find the MPP also there. These two things. But in real terms, the MPP is a collapsed party. You see, everything that the MPP is suffering today, they brought it on themselves. The MPP in some time in the past were seen as an account party. And people who saw them and said that had reasons, and that when you look just their flag bearers, all three of them are cans. Now they said they need to turn that thing around. Then they went for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Even when they had seniors or members of the party who had already sacrificed so much for the party, thinking that it will be their turn. I cite the case of Alan Tremantin because when President Kufuor took over from Professor Dubois, President Kufuor had a contest with Nanado, and Nanado himself came and told Ghanaians that President Kufuor, when he won, said, my brother, let me go, it will soon be your turn. So he had that notion that it will get to his turn. Mm-hmm. Truly, when they went to Legon for that delegates elections, Nanado could not secure the 50% and cross. It was between him and Alan. And Alan said that, let me allow you to go. Instead of wasting resources and time for rerun, you go. And Alan also made it, Nanado told Alan that for this that you have done, just like President Kufuor told me, I also tell you same. I value this, and I know after me, you are next. Where is Alan today? He's gone out of the political party and formed his movement. Now, they have brought Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. And then after Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia won, we heard from big wigs of the MPP telling us that for the running mate, it must come to the Ashanti region. The running mate must be an Ashanti, an Akan. And then I said, why would you bring this upon yourself? If people think you are an Akan party and you have won elections, how many times? 4. Mm-hmm. And then you have been in power 8 years, 448, 448, equaling that record of the NDC. Now we are at par. Whoever wins December, which I know will be the NDC, takes the lead, right? And then, true to their words, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia could not go for somebody from the Volta region, could not go for somebody from the Western or Central, nor Accra or Eastern region or any other. Even taking Eastern region, I would say that the president is from there, so they are out now. Then I've heard some of in the news that it's not official and all that. I don't know. But from deep source from the Flagstaff House, it is Napo, who is an Akan, an Ashanti. So did they go or did they come? Now, before the name of Napo, about 4 names were flying. We had Frema Opare. We had Educhum. We had even this man, Che Mensa.
Bonsu.
And then Bekwai. We heard all coming from the Ashanti region. We hear that he has settled on Napo. Now, who is Matthew Opoku Prempeh? His profile is there. It's not my duty, but I study and then see what it's in it. People know him to be an MP from Menchia South. He has been an educational minister. Under him, the president implemented the free SHS. Under him, we saw the struggle, whatever it is, free SHS for the NDC, we say it has come to stay. We believe in progressively. Now, they've put it all together. There are issues. Our duty is to come from 2025 and solve the problems and ensure that it runs smoothly and everybody gets the benefit out of it. Now, Paul, when he was the educational minister, spoke certain words, even against Professor Nana Jane Opoku Agyeman. Somebody succeeded. And it's in very bad taste. Today, Napo is the energy minister. What people will remember today is when we started having energy crisis and journalists approached him and said, we are in doom. So he said what we are in is better than what we suffered under His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Under His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, what did we experience? Very intense energy crisis. What did John Dramani Mahama say? He said he will make Dumso a thing of the past. We saw demonstrations and all the things that Napo said during His Excellency John Dramani Mahama's time. And even saying that we will not overthrow the government through a demonstration, but going into 2016 elections, they will vote John Dramani Mahama out and all that. And that, the video, some of the words I cannot say or repeat. Because for me, I'm from a home and I know how I was brought up. Napo recently told Ghanaians that what we are going through is not like John Dramani Mahama's time. But history will guide us that even during the era of Rawlings, there was Dumso, and he made effort to solve it. Then he brought Abuadze power plant. Mm-hmm. We went Tema. President Kufuor's era, Dumso came. What did President Kufuor do? He brought some generators that Rekubrobe, Dr. Charles Rekubrobe described as toy machines. Toy machines, toy cars. I cannot sit in a toy car and move from here even to your gate. Even though some are automated and all that. But I cannot use a toy car to my home or to my village. Mm-hmm. Which means toys don't solve problems. Okay. They create only excitement. And then the second thing President Kufuor did to solve Dumso was to send pastors, my fathers in the Lord, to go to Akosomo and stretch their hands and pray for a miracle to happen so that Ghana will be out of the energy crisis. When even Jesus in scripture said, this thing does not go by prayer and fasting. There are certain things they will never go by prayer and fasting. But wisdom must be applied. Wisdom and knowledge and understanding must be applied.
Okay.
And then Professor Mills Mahama's era. Because we have been more like over the past postponing the energy crisis, we had it. Professor Mills ensured that we had Atuabo gas. Because we need gas to solve our energy crisis. Before Atuabo gas, we were taking gas from Nigeria. And when these Niger Delta people, they start, their wife even don't feed them well. They go to the pipe and disconnect it. When they have issues with their rivals, they go to the pipe and disconnect it. And it was giving us problems. So if we have oil rigs and we are, getting oil as a country, and one of the byproducts of getting crude is gas, natural gas, then we, instead of flaring it, let's pump it and turn it around. So His Excellency Professor Mills and John Dramani Mahama ensured that they secured $1 billion grant. This is what we have at Atuabo Gas. And then from there, we started engaging the private sector to come into the energy sector. And when His Excellency John Dramani Mahama was leaving office, we had even in excess electricity. That even the MPP, Napo himself, when he became the energy minister, has also admitted and cannot deny. They have cancelled many of the contracts, which Ghana has even been slapped with judgment debt. Today, Napo also told Ghanaians that if you want timetable, me sitting here, yesterday, early in the morning, around 5 a.m., my lights went off. It wasn't a problem in my house. The whole area was off. So how would I know that 5 a.m. my light will go off? So I need to draw a timetable. Napo told Ghanaians in the face. Look at his demeanor. Very disrespectful.
Really?
And very arrogant, to say the least. It's in the voice of Apia Kubi. All that Andy Apia Kubi was saying, that you remember he said Napo is not someone who can hold his hand.
Yeah.
That alone speaks volume. There are more to it, but he is an elder, so he had to say it in him. He said even in some constituencies, Napo cannot step there. And that even in parliament, within the MPP, there are issues. So if
should you take Apia Kubi that serious on this particular subject?
Apia Kubi, when I was coming, I said he's the PC Apia Furi of this era.
Okay.
You remember when he came out to say a rich man came to parliament and wanted to bribe them.
Yeah.
But he did not bring the name out.
Yeah.
He said that he has been someone in these few years who, when there's something going on within the MPP and they are not happy, they come up. When they wanted Oforiatta to go, he led that. Yes.
Main person.
Yes. And they nearly got him off from his seat. And today he has come out. What many MPs within the MPP cannot do, he has come out. And I know in the coming days, a lot will come out. He said they've not brought Napo yet to them. But for him, Napo is not his choice.
Is it to suggest, as some people are pushing, that Napo is a grassroots person? Napo, one individual, the Ashanti region, all backs. That may not be correct.
For me, I've been close to people who are also closer. Napo has become very resourceful.
Okay.
And he's using his resources.
So
it's all about money.
So that's why the organic conversation comes in.
Yes.
What is happening is not organic.
It's not organic. It's about money.
It's artificial.
Let's look at within even Ashanti region.
Yeah.
You played a voice pops from his constituency. Yeah. Not all of them were even in support of it. They were pointing out, those who were against his nomination were pointing to problems even within the constituency. I know there, I go there, we are all witnesses. What has he really brought to the constituency?
Well, maybe we will take solace in the Bible. That suggests prophet is not perhaps honored in his home.
For someone to be called a prophet, which means he has a divine mandate to be doing things that even the people who do not appreciate him or value him, they know that he prophesies or he does one or two things, but just that we don't like him. That can happen. But the person who says he's against his nomination was able to point to things. And when we go there, those of us who know, we know. So what has he done, even within the Ashanti region, beyond his constituency?
Okay.
I know he has a link from Menchia. The father is from Menchia. So that influence will be there. It's by name and by
Does that
your
worry the NDC?
lineage. It doesn't worry
Because
us
of the
a bit.
dynamics of the region.
No, it doesn't worry us a bit. Let them officially announce that he is, even Ashanti region. Napo's coming in. He has been part of this government. That today, people are buying a ball of kinky for 5 cedis. And even that when we have excess generation capacity, we are in doom. So, Napo at education, for nearly 4 years, with the introduction of new syllabus, where were the textbooks? Mm-hmm. You and I are parents.
Yeah.
So these things, Napo didn't really bring anything. Yes.
Have you listened to Asifua?
Oh, Asifua is a Napo boy. Oh yes. When
he makes comparison between Napo and
Asifua is a true Napo boy. Napo groomed him and all that. Today, Asifua is an MP because of Napo.
He has been an education minister.
Yes, he's a Napo. He has worked with him.
He has seen the footprint of Prof. He has seen the footprint of Napo. He says, when I sit back, Napo is much better. You see, when somebody who has not worked directly under Napo is saying this, I may want to consider. Okay.
Based on the figures or the things that the person can bring to the table.
Okay.
But not someone who has been eating from the pot of Napo. What do you expect Asifua to say?
Okay.
Asifua is MP because of Napo. Asifua is a lawyer today because Napo helped him. So he can never turn back.
Okay.
Do you understand? And anybody that has gotten that direct benefit from Napo,
okay,
will root for him. But it's about money. Napo's influence within the region or even outside, it's money.
So the NDC is not afraid of Napo?
Never. By Monday, Bawumia should announce it. And let's kick the ball rolling. I just have to bring a little of what we have. There's more.
What do you have?
Let them officially bring out his name. We have a lot more on Napo.
A rose has even got thorns.
Yes.
Napo may not be
a perfect human.
Yes. So why not consider his positive?
But in politics, one thing is key. Your level of humility. Your respect for people.
Yeah.
That you lead or you seek to lead. It counts. There's one politician in Ghana here who was branded as very arrogant. He suffered many defeats. At a point, they called him serial loser, even within his political party. And when he had the nod to lead their party.
Who perchance is this politician you're talking about?
Everybody knows.
I don't know.
Today, we are living witnesses to what people said of him
and who
in
is
the
this
past.
Politician?
He's a politician in Ghana. And even my brothers from the MPP, they know. Let me give you some clues.
Okay.
When he became the president, when he goes to a function and there's a chief seated, he shouts on the chief to get up and salute.
So you're talking about another Danga Kufuor.
That is your interpretation. You are at
Richard,
your liberty.
Kwame Pra is with the NDC, and you've heard him.